What's going on, everybody? This is www.frenzyrumble.com. I'm going to be doing a very useful tutorial today about water slide decals. Water slide decals are awesome. You could add lots of very detailed graphics to your customs using these guys. They come in two varieties, and they also come in other brands. I like the tester stuff. It's been pretty good to me so far. There are ones that have a white backing, and then there are types that have a clear transparent backing. There are many uses for each type, depending on what type of surface they're going on. You know, normally you wouldn't want to put a clear water slide decal on a black painted transformer or a custom. You'd probably want to use the white because it is opaque. So basically, you can get this stuff off eBay or in your local hobby shops and stuff like that. They usually run about $8-9 a set. These are for inkjet printers, so you do need a good quality inkjet printer, and as well as an image editing type of software. I use Adobe Illustrator, and I also use Corel Draw. Both of those are great. So basically, what I did was, and some other tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need a scissor, good scissors. You're going to need a nice scissors or a nice X-Acto blade with a new blade. You're going to need a soft brush that's clean, some tweezers, and then I use clear coat. This here, for this particular project, I'm going to be using a gloss clear. Then you also need your custom. In this case, we're going to be doing an alternity. It's going to be drift, actually. And we're going to be adding some decals to his doors here, which I don't really feel like painting by hand, so I'm going to do it with water slide decal. You also need some clean water and a tissue or a paper towel, and then of course you need a nice clean surface to work on. Now what I did was, this is the graphic we're going to be putting on the door here, and what I did is I digitized this in Adobe Illustrator, and it's a very clean decal, and it's going to be going on his doors, and these are on a transparent backing of water slide decal paper, so when it goes on, you're not gonna see white around it. It's gonna be clear. Now, basically, what you do is you take one of these guys, and I've trimmed it up, and I've made an extra just in case, because you don't want to be printing, another one if you mess up. So I've trimmed this one out pretty well. I keep away from sharp corners. I try to round my corners off because sharp corners tend to roll up a little bit. Also, what I did first was I did a test print of this on regular paper so that I didn't waste a sheet of the decal paper, just for size. And I did have this image of this car in Illustrator for size wise. So I tested one of these out on regular white paper just to be 100% sure it's the exact size I want it. And it's gonna be going right here on the door. And now what you do is you take one of these guys, and it's on the backer. There's a backer on it. I hold it with my tweezers, and I submerge it in the water. And I leave it in there for about 10 seconds. And this gets the water backer soaked with water. So once that's pretty good and soaked up, pull it out, get the drips off there. And you want to put this on your paper towel or your tissue. Make sure it stays flat, because once it starts to curl up, you're going to run into lots of problems later on. So that is flat. And now you got to give it a couple seconds there to really the paper let it soak up. So I'm going to take my clear coat here, which the lid's sealed on. This stuff's also made by testers, Model Masters. Good stuff. I'm going to actually apply right from the lid, so I got that here. Get a little sheet of paper here. Now, this guy here should be ready. You can always test it by sliding it. That's kind of why it's called water slide decal. You can notice it's sliding around on the backer. So get that ready. Now I'm going to paint with this clean brush the area which this decal is going to go. And I do a light coat, and this kind of acts as my adhesive. So once I get this on there, I'm going to kind of just position it exactly where I want it. Use my finger smooth that out. Then I also put a clear coat right on top of that as well. Now with this particular one, I'm going to actually go around the letters with a white thin brush. And that's pretty much it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the driver's side door. And I hope this tutorial can help you out. If you also wanted some decals, I do make custom decals. You can find information about that on my website or on my eBay page. My username on eBay is KDR9297. I do sell pre-made faction symbol sheets of Autobot and Decepticon symbols, and they're only $8, which is a pretty good deal because they're perfectly printed and perfectly clean, and they kind of look like this, and they're very useful for customs. So again, thanks for checking me out. Don't forget to subscribe, and good luck. Thanks.